Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an alien activity video about alien sighting at a mall in Miami on around New Year's. Before I get into this, I'm calling the video the Miami Mall Rats because you'll see. And fair warning, this was an evolving story as I was researching it, so it is a really new story. Just happened a few days ago, so the story was evolving as I was researching it, so some of my information may be out of order. It may be kind of conglomerated together. And before I get into this video, though, I'd like to tell you about a new book that I just got published, The House Off Farrago Road. It's available at Amazon and on Amazon.com, and the author's name is H.L. Anderson. My other books, Drifters, the 1, 2, and 3, The Righteous President, and Vanguard One are all available there as well. This story, The House Off Farrago Road, is just a fun story about a house where the denizens are not quite normal. Mythological creatures and supernatural forces commingle with modern-day law enforcement and the criminal underworld. If the quirky weird piques your interest, check out The House Off Farrago Road. Fair warning, I'm getting over a cold, so bear with me. Now, on with the video. Alien activity, Miami Mall Rats. In Miami, Florida, there is a mall called the Bayfront Marketplace. An odd event occurred on January 1st, 2024, which prompted local law enforcement to close the area down. Shoppers at the food court heard what they thought was fireworks, which disturbed their meals. Later, some of them thought that what they heard may have been gunfire. Outside, patrons fled the mall and ran in all directions in complete panic. The official story is that a group of young people armed with sticks were involved in some kind of a violent conflict. That story later changed. Multiple witnesses, however, reported between 1 and 5 strange-looking creatures. The beings were described as 10 foot tall and slender humanoids. They had long limbs and skin that glistened in the light like silver. They had almond-shaped eyes that seemed to captivate onlookers with an otherworldly glow. The creatures seemed to blend in with their surroundings, including with people who seemed oblivious to their presence. Some of the witnesses initially thought that the beings were street entertainers of some kind, street performers. In performing in elaborate costumes. They seemed to walk amongst the crowd unnoticed. Only people from a distance noticed their irregularities. Someone obviously noticed them because the response was considerable. Over 50 squad cars cordoned off the area, and a line of black SUVs were seen, as well as black helicopters overhead. Power to the mall and the surrounding neighborhood was cut. The only reason I can think of for them doing that is they thought there was a danger of a gunfire or some sort of a firefight breaking out, or they didn't want the CCTV cameras operating because people got private security cameras in the area. It's Miami. This is eerily reminiscent of the events in Las Vegas, Texas, Peru, and other places last year, 2023. It seems as though the aliens are either getting quite bold or very, very reckless. Either way, they are being seen and encountered with far more regularity and publicity than ever before. Oddly enough, this seems to coincide with congressional hearings on UFO UAPs. That situation. Are the aliens being allowed out to test our response? If this is a valid question. Is this a valid question? Who knows? As I said, this was an evolving story as I was researching it. So I do have an update now. The official story now seems to be some sort of a massive smash and grab gang style type robbery or looting situation. You know, that kind of thing. The witnesses now are all new and they aren't saying anything about aliens or strange beings. Originally, the witnesses were all saying versions of the same story with one notable exception of, this is what this guy said, living shadows. They seem to appear in one place and disappear and then appear closer to them and disappear. The witness said that these living shadows were chasing people from the mall. Also, witnesses said that the police were shooting at these 10-foot tall beings. That was the original witnesses' descriptions. Now, all of those witnesses have been replaced by new witnesses who now regurgitate the same gang of black looters story. And by the way, they showed footage of fights going on outside the mall and looters and like that. But I've seen those before. I have seen them. At least I believe I have. And if that's the case, it's just stock footage. They're regurgitating the same video to show something that they think happened. I don't believe the footage. Let's just put it that way. Did the police call in military-style black helicopters and some sort of elite crime-fighting force in black SUVs? I think instead of covering up the alien story, they just muddied the water. They're using this gang-type looting situation story to try to cover it up, but at the same time, it's less a cover-up and more of they're flooding it with so many different stories that we can't figure out exactly what did happen. However, people who were in the mall did report strange beings. So I don't know what to make of that. I honestly don't. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Still fighting that cold. The way I see it, something happened at that mall. And we're getting so many different stories, we honestly don't know what happened exactly. I would like to think that there were aliens involved because that would explain the black helicopters and the black SUVs. But I don't know. I can't say for sure. Because again, the authorities have muddied the water so much that we honestly don't know. We can't tell. At any rate, anybody else who has any more updated information, put it in the comments. I'll be glad to read it, and I'm sure everybody else would too. Again, I'm not saying there were aliens at that mall, but initial reports said that there were. So that's all I'm saying. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one now. God bless one and all. Devo Poland, a scientific representative of a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, is sent away as an exchange officer. His objective, to learn the one skill his species never developed, to fight. And he's sent to learn that skill from the one species who does it better than any other in the galaxy, humans. If you like science fiction with an upbeat military tone, check out my novel, Vanguard One.